Any of you remember your first experience with alcohol? This is mine. And I didn't even drink any of it. It all started one night my freshman year, when I was just chilling with a friend in her dorm until around 1 a.m. on Saturday morning. 1 a.m. is technically morning, so that's what we're gonna roll with, alright? Now, I am a young, wholesome boy, and nothing happened that night, alright? So all of you out there can shut up. So, at 1 a.m., I walk back to my dorm, take a shower, brush my teeth, and do all the usual stuff I would do before I go back to sleep. Except, that day, it was not the usual. And as I'm brushing my teeth, my 6 foot, 5 inch, 200-pound roommate falls on top of me. Yes, he falls onto me. And as he falls onto me, I can smell the pungent aroma of alcohol being expelled from his mouth into my nose. Luckily, I was holding onto the sink, or else my disgustingly underweight body would have crumpled like a soda can. Now, before we continue, you need to know that I had 4 roommates, 1 in my room and 3 in another room that were connected by a bathroom. Now we can continue the story. So, I'm just standing there in the bathroom, this large African American male leaning on my shoulders while I have a toothbrush in one hand and toothpaste all over my face. And I'm beginning to think that I should just prop him up against the wall until our friend walks in and tells me that he's got it from there. He did not have it from there. At all. After he walks in, he starts complaining to me about how my roommate drank all the alcohol our friend was supposed to be drinking. And I'm just thinking, hey man, we have more important issues to deal with right now. We carry the drunken one back to his bed and put him on his side. I thought it would all be over and I could go to sleep. Heh. Ha 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 ha! No. You aren't allowed to sleep at 1 a.m. You're in college. You have to degen it up. Alright? Now, slowly all of my roommates begin trickling in, and also a few of our friends. They start talking about what happened, and I managed to pick up that my roommate had drunk half a bottle of rum in about 5 minutes. Half a bottle. This is why you don't let stupid people go to college, because they're gonna die. They start to talk about what they can do to make him feel better, despite the fact that it had been so long since he had drunk the alcohol and it was probably in his blood system already and nothing we could do would help him. However, I decide to help this man, because I am a homie. We decide what he needs is a Gatorade, and something really greasy because that apparently helps drunk people. Now, while we were talking about it, none of our friends volunteered to go out and get the stuff for him. So I volunteered to go get the stuff for him. Because I am a homie. I start to put on some jeans to go outside, but unfortunately, I rip a hole in my jeans and also part of my toenail while I was creating the hole in my jeans. All I wanted to do was help this person. Maybe this was a sign to stop trying to help him, a sign that, you know what, dude? It's 1 to 2 a.m. Maybe you shouldn't go outside. But I went outside anyways. And you want to know why? Because I am a homie. So by the time we figure out all the stuff we have to do, it's like 2:30 a.m. And I went outside in search of some pizza and Gatorade. There was some really cheap pizza, about $2 a slice, but the line was extremely long. Too long for me to wait to help my dear and beloved friend. I circled around the campus on my bike for about 5 more minutes in the city at 2:30 a.m. And I don't know how many of you have walked around a city at 2:30 a.m., but it's not fun. It probably isn't safe either. Drunk people all over the sidewalk, vomit all over the place, broken 40 bottles all over the place as well. I'm honestly lucky to be alive if we're keeping it 100% honest. Anyways, I find a pizza place that sells both Gatorade and pizza. Boom! And you want to know why? Because I am a homie. I bike all the way back to my dorm in my newly ripped jeans and bleeding foot to see that my roommate is now leaning over the bathtub as he explodes into it. Yes, not the toilet, the entire bathtub. Because it's not like we need to step inside of that to shower. No. He had no regard for the fact that no living person wants to step into a bathtub that has been tainted with the vomit coming from your disgustingly alcoholic stomach. So, after I watch him exploding into the bathtub, I set the food that I just bought to save his life onto the table in the front side of our dorm and head back to my bed. I sit there for a little while and think about how trash this whole situation is for a little bit, until two of my roommates come into my room and we talk about how dumb the drunk one is. As we're talking, one of them says that they don't really want to sleep in their room because of our drunk roommate. So, I tell him he can sleep in my bed and I will go talk to my friend and sleep on their floor. Because, you wanna know why? I am a homie. My roommate thanks me for being a homie, and I pack my blanket and pillow into my backpack. My friend lets me into their room so I can sleep on their floor. And the story should end here, but it does not. The next morning, I go back into my dorm and put all my stuff back onto my bed. And as I'm finishing unpacking, guess who walks into my room? My roommate who got drunk last night. I look at his arm, and there's one of those pieces of gauze that they put on you when they take your blood or put you on an IV drip, or whenever they want to pump you full of some kind of liquid. He looks at me and tells me that he is extremely sorry for getting so drunk, and he would never get that drunk again. I actually have a video of him on my phone saying his full name, the date, and that he will never drink again. But I'm not going to show it because I don't want to expose him. You want to know why? Because I am a homie. And if you learned anything from this video, don't drink half a bottle of rum in 5 minutes. And also, I am a homie. Peace.